Hello everyone, myself Sana Patel. Today we are going to discuss about topics are diffusion of innovation, diffusion of process, stages of consumer adoption process, categories of adopters and post-purchase. The meaning of diffusion innovation is the diffusion of innovation is the process by which new products are adopted by their intent audience. It allows designer and marketers to examine why it is that some inferior products are successful when some superior products are not. So basically, diffusion of innovations is the theory of how and why and what rate new ideas and technologies separated through categories, and diffusion process has four elements. There are innovation, communication channel, time and social system. Let's see the innovation. An innovation is an idea, practice or object that prescribed as new by individuals or other unit of adoption. The pursued newness of the idea for the individual determines his or her reaction to it. The newness aspect of an innovation may be expressed in terms of knowledge, persuasion, and a decision adopt. In this context, to know about the pursued attribute of innovation. By seeing this meaning of innovation in consumer behavior, an innovation is an idea, practice or product pursued to be new by an individual or a group. A product is said to be an innovation when it is pursued by potential market as a change and not by a technology change both in it. The second is communication channel. A communication channel is the means by which message get from one individual to another. The following classification of the channels would help the communicators to use the appropriate. First one is interpersonal. It refers to those which are used for face-to-face communication between two or more individuals. And mass media channels. These enables the message to reach a large, diverse audience simultaneously in a relatively shorter time. Mass media, these two communication to large number of audience at a time, example radio and TV. Locality channel. They originate within the social system of the service, for example neighbors, relatives, opinion leaders, etc. And third is time. It is an important element in the diffusion process. Time is an obvious aspect of any communication process. Time does not exist independently of events, but it is an aspect of every activity. The time dimension is involved in the diffusion. Time is basically an important element in diffusion in the different process. And fourth one is social system. It is defined as a set of interrelated units that are engaged in joint problem solving to accomplish a common goal. The member or unit of social system may be individuals, informal groups, organization and or subsystems. The social system consists of a boundary within which an innovation diffusion. So when it comes to social system, it includes. It may be individuals, organization, informers and groups. And stages of the consumer adoption process. Consumer go through 5 stages in the process of adoption a new product. First one is product awareness, second product interest, third product evaluation, fourth product trial and last is product adoption. First one is product awareness. The consumer becomes aware of the new product but lacks information about it. Initially, the consumer must be aware of the new product. Awareness leads to interest and the customer seeks information about the new product. Basically, product awareness is making awareness about the product that product must become aware in the market as new product. It leads to interest and information about the product. And second one is product interest. The consumer seeks information about the new product. Once the information has been gathered, the consumer enters the evaluation stage and consider buying the new product. By this time, the innovation is introduced. It is now the time for the decision maker to determine whether the innovation relates to their needs. The consumer seeks information about the new product, and this is the time when decision making according to the interest of the consumer. And third one is product evaluation. Next, in the trial stage, the consumer tries the product on a small scale to improve its value esteem. The consumer considers whether trying the new product makes sense. Adopters of the innovations have established some evaluation measures to compare the new product with existing ones. So here the consumer compare the new product with the similar product. What all similarity it has, whether it is a good option to go with this new product, and will it make sense buying it. And third is product trial. The consumer tries the new product on a small scale to improve their esteem of its value. If the consumer is satisfied with the product, they enter the adoption stage, deciding to use the new product thoroughly and regularly. So the consumer tries the product, for example, tasting a sample before buying it. If the customer is satisfied with the product, enter adoption stage and deciding use it on regular basis. And last one is product adoption. The consumer decide to make full and regular use of the new product. The new product is a good service or idea pursued by some potential customers as new. Individuals move into the adoption stage when choosing that specific product when they need a product of that general type. Here the buyer purchases the new product and can be expected to use it to solve problems. So this is final stage of consumer adoption process. Here the consumer decide of using the product on the regular basis based on the new products and service and quality. Next topics are continued by the Lakshmi. Thank you.
Lakshmi Madwan. Today I am deal with the category of adopters. First one, innovators. Observe, I have noted that venture someoneness is almost an obsession with the innovators. They are edged to try a new ideas. This interest leads them out a local circle peers and into a more composite social relationships, communication patterns and friendship among a clique of innovators are common, even though the geographical distance between the innovators may be great. These individuals adopt a new technology or ideas simply because they are a new. Innovators tend to take a risk more readily and the most venturesome. Next, early adopters. Respectable. Early adopters are a more integrated part of the local social system than are innovators, whereas innovators are composites. Early adopters are localites. This adopters category, more than any other, has greatest degree of opinion leadership in most social systems. It is to create opinions which propel trends. They are not unlike innovators in how quickly they take on new technologies, ideas, but are more concerned about their reputation as being ahead of curve. Next, see about the early majority. Local adoption leaders. The early majority adopt new idea just before the average member of social system. The early majority interact frequently with their peers, but leadership positions are rarely held by them. The early majority unique position between the very early and relatively late of adopter make them an important link in diffusion process. If an idea or other innovation enters this group, it tends to be widely adopted before long. This group makes a decision based on utility and practical benefits over coolness. Next, late majority. The late majority adopt a new idea just after the average member of social system. Adoption may be both an economic necessity and the answer of increasing social pressures. In Innovations are approached with a spectacle and caution air, and late majority do not adopt until most other in their social system have done so. The late majority shares some threats with the early majority, but is more caution before committing needing more hand holding as they adopt. Next, ledgers. Traditional ledgers are the last to adopt an innovation. They possess almost no opinion leadership. They are the most volatile in their outlook of our all adopter categories. Many are near isolates. The point of reference for the ledger is the past. Decisions are usually made in terms of what has been done in the previous generations. The individual interacts primarily with the others who have a traditional values. This group is slow to adopt to new ideas or technology. They tend to adopt only when they are forced to everyone else had already. Next, post purchase behavior adoption. In this stage, the customer is getting up to speed with your product or service and hopefully starting to see its value. Retention. The retention stage is all about the customer achieving their goals with the help of your support and encouragement. Expansion. By the time your customer has reached the expansion stage, you have built up some trust with them. Advocacy. The advocacy stage is what I like to call peak customers. By this point, you have officially owned them over and they are likely to recommend your brand to others. Thank you.